Okay, so this week we are doing Lab 10, Unit 14, Introduction to the Nervous System. Woohoo! So we've finished the skeletal system, and we're going to skip the the muscles, the muscle system, muscular system. Sorry, it's late. Um, it makes a lot of sense to do the skeletal system and then do the muscles, but Rome State decided to move the muscles into the to AP2 into the second semester. So, and it is a lot of material. So I think that actually probably works out better in a lot of ways to move it over into that semester. It gives you a little more time to go through the muscles. Um, Rather than trying to cram that and the nervous system all into the same first semester. So anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the nervous system this week, and this chapter is a little bit lighter in terms of the amount of material. It's a short chapter. In some ways, this kind of makes the whole topic a little disjointed. I don't really like doing it this way. I like learning the things for this one, kind of like as you go along. Or adding this just as a brief section at the beginning of say learning about the central nervous system. You introduce the nervous system and then just go right into the central nervous system. But we're going to do this intro this week, so there's not a whole lot of material to learn, which I know you guys will be happy about because that makes it a little bit easier on you. But what we're going to do is we're dividing this up into the various parts. We're going to talk about. First, we're going to do the intro. Then next week, we're going to do the central nervous system, which will include the brain and spinal cord, which is quite a bit of material. And then we'll do the spinal nerves and cranial nerves after that. And both of those is a fair amount of material too. So I kind of wish we had moved a little piece of it over to this, but that's the way they wanted to do it, is this way. So, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the nervous system, how it's divided into the central nervous system and peripheral nervous system, and how the peripheral nervous system is divided into the sensory and afferent system coming up and an efferent system going out. So sensory going up, motor coming out. And the motor part going out is further subdivided into a voluntary system which innervates skeletal muscles so I can move my fingers and my mouth, and an involuntary system also called the autonomic nervous system, which that makes your gut move and peristalsis occur and your heart contract and all those kind of things. And then the autonomic nervous system is further subdivided into the sympathetic and parasympathetic systems. We'll also talk about what a neuron is, what the parts are, the regions of a neuron, and what those do, and what are neuroglial cells. We're going to finish up talking about what a neural network is, looking at the sensor-effector model, and also I'll do a little brief overview of what a nerve impulse or an action potential is. You'll go over that in lecture fairly extensively, but I'm going to do it here just to reinforce it. That'll be at the end of all the video lectures. You don't have to watch that part of the video lecture if you don't want to, but it could reinforce a lot of stuff that you're talking about in lecture class. The video lecture is divided into 5 parts, and I do this because it's easier to upload to YouTube. There's nothing magic about those different parts. But you got all the different parts listed there, and I wrote the topics that are in each part. And you can watch the parts that you feel you need, or you can watch the whole thing, whatever you feel is best for you. And let's see. Also, in the book, so read over the book. And look over the pictures, because there's some pictures that you probably ought to look at. And so you should, a picture kind of like this one there, and pictures like this one would be good to look at. And the picture like this one would be good to look at. And let's see, the structure of neurons, I didn't do it exactly the way they did it. I did it as unipolar, bipolar, and multipolar. So look over that in that'll be in the video lecture that you can see that kind of stuff. And also you might look at this picture here, down here. Okay, and let's see, and this picture here, there, I'm wrinkling up my book, and this picture down here. So just look at those, and also look over the definitions of all the parts of a neuron, and also do, let's see, is there anything else I wanted to point out? Oh, and know that what the coverings are over the connective tissue coverings that are over nerve fibers and bundles of nerve fibers. So the epineurium, perineurium, and endoneurium, you know what those are. Let's see. What else? If there's anything in there. I think that's the main things that I wanted you to look at. I did not. The lab activities for this week. I listed them all on a separate web page. There's some pictures to look at, and I labeled some of them with more labels than your Pearson has online, just to point out what some things are. So I did some pictures of histology, so the tissue, neuronal tissues. And I also did some links to some videos. There's one video that Pearson had that I linked to. It was okay. I have a long comment on that video. The problem with a lot of Pearson videos is they don't explain things that are in the videos. They use some words and they just expect you to already know them, which I don't think is fair, especially for an AP1 class. But then I also put some other fun videos. There's a little company that has a little electrical stimulating device that you can use, and so you put the little probes or these little attachments on your arm, and you turn the thing on, and you can hear it'll generate noise based on nerve impulses. And there's also some in there where one person controls somebody else's arm with it, so which is pretty cool. So go watch those videos. I think those are fun. They're very, very short. They're like a minute and a half. The longest one I think is like almost is about 5 minutes, and that's a part of a TED talk. So anyway, if you guys ever watch TED talks, I don't really particularly like them, but you guys might like them a lot. So anyway, what else? So I guess just read the book, Unit 14, Introduction to the Nervous System. Watch the lecture videos and activities demonstration videos. Take a look at the study guide. Do the pre-lab and post-lab exercises in the book and online, and so the activities on Pearson. And remember that those are graded by Pearson, but I don't use those grades for your grades. The only grades that I use are the quiz grades. And study those pictures in the book. Also, let's see. Quiz 10 over Introduction to the Nervous System will be available on November 3rd through November 12th. And I brought this test back down to 30 questions plus the bonus question. And also, as always, if anyone wants to review anything on Zoom, I'm willing to do that. Or you can text me, email me, or call me with any questions. And other than that, hope you have a great week. Bye.